There's nothing wrong with saying this. There's nothing wrong with saying that you still think Howard Finkel or Lillian Garcia is the best or whatever. I mean, but to diminish what this woman is doing right now is where they're messing up. Because I think if she's not the best right now, at the end of the day, she's going to be. And it's not just because of her announcing, it's seeing her through social media. And if you didn't see her at Walla Mania kill that Razor Ramon beat, I mean, my goodness. Go watch that right now. Stop, who cares what I gotta say? Go hit on Google and find her on Walla Mania slay that Razor Ramon beat. It's she's a fan just like us, and it's like the first time we get to see that. It's moments like that. It's Ricochet not even caring about him landing that move. It's him looking over at her like, yo, I'm sorry. And fellas, how many of y'all felt that? Like, yo, I got this move on lock. I'm not worried about that move. I'm worried about my girl, her reaction to the move. So let me apologize to her before I land this move real quick. Um, that call at WrestleMania, and it's a lot of talk about emotion in wrestling. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I really haven't talked about that because everybody else has, and y'all gonna go to everybody else before you come to me. So I'm self-aware like that. But that call wouldn't have been as good if it was just like, here's your winner, Cody Rhodes, and there was no emotion behind it. Because we all, as wrestling fans, accept that wrestling's predetermined at stage. But when you're following a 2 year story, so for some of us it was more than that, because some of us have been following Cody since AEW, since before AEW, since he left WWE, since he was in WWE. Um, but the story essentially is basically him coming back to WWE on a journey to win the championship. So it's basically 2 years of him trying to win that title. And when he won, all of us were like that. All of us were like, yo, he finally won the belt. And I don't think there was a dry eye in that link. You know what I mean? So Samantha Irvin was all of us. And more power to her. You know what I mean? That's why she brought, you know, she brought the emotion into that and made it feel more real. And I don't understand people's logic behind saying that there's no emotion in wrestling. When Ric Flair, one of his greatest promos was, with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest day in my life. And then, every other promo where he's crying after that. Cody Rhodes, when he's crying in all of his promos. When HBK loses his smile. When I'm sorry, I love you. All the memorial shows for when a wrestler passes away. So we can't have none of that because wrestling's not supposed to have any emotion. Alright. But I don't know, that whole argument's weird to me. So, I mean, you could say the thing's still good. You could still say Lillian Garcia is still better. That's subjective. But I think at the end of the day, this woman right here, if she's not already, she's going to be the best announcer at the end of it. Because we get to see her be a fan just like us. And that's something special about that. You know what I mean? Because these are her peers she's watching, you know what I mean? And she's a fan too. And that's dope, you know what I mean? Because she could just be like, not putting everything into it and not make these calls just as good. And I don't know, man. I just think after hearing that call and seeing that dude's video go around, and who cares what I gotta say, right? But I don't know. I think she should be, she should be getting her flowers. And at the end of it will be like, yo, Samantha Irvin's the best of all time. And there's nothing wrong with it. This is my problem because we're like, oh, give people their flowers now. And then we give people their flowers. People are like, oh, no, she shouldn't be getting her flowers. Like, no, forget that. Give her flowers, man. Because I think at the end of it, she's going to go down as the best of all time.